ਮਾਈ ਰੇਡੀਓ 580 AM ਤੇ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਸਵਾਗਤ ਹੈ ਜੀ। ਅਸੀਂ ਗੱਲਬਾਤ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਹਾਂ ਮਿਸਟਰ ਮਾਈਕ ਨਿਕਲ ਹੋਰਾਂ ਨਾਲ, ਜੋ ਸਾਡੇ ਗੈਸਟ ਨੇ। ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨਾਲ ਅਸੀਂ ਕੰਟੀਨਿਊ ਕਰਾਂਗੇ ਆਪਣੀ ਇੰਟਰਵਿਊ। ਮਿਸਟਰ ਨਿਕਲ, we have received few phone calls. People are concerned about Edmonton transit system. One thing they're asking, why city have bought 70 electric buses, and second they're asking, why the privatization coming into the Edmonton transit service.
So let's take this kind of speaks to a couple of what I've seen over the last 6 years. The first 2 years I really tried to work with the mayor and council, only to get rebuffed at every turn. It is like there's this fundamentalist ideology running through City Hall. And it has a lot to do with social engineering kind of mentality. So they say, okay, we got to deal with climate change, so we're going to buy all these buses and we're going to buy green energy credits, even though we get better return on our investment and reduce our greenhouse gas emissions if you would just wrap your pipes, insulate your buildings. It would save you money in the long run. But no, we got to do the flashy thing. Right? And so I don't believe I supported that. And then we go on the other side here, which is another kind of bizarre, I don't understand why they can't understand this, is that Parsons, we've partitioned out part of our bus system, right? And this is for the dial-a-bus. And I'm going like this idea for dial-a-bus to fix some of the BNR issues, which we all know, again, we need to go back and fix that, came from the transit union. And they had a different model. But no, City Hall decided and the city manager decided we're going to throw it out to the private sector. I'm going like, wait a minute. The union's ready to give you a solution, cost-effective solution right now. Why won't you take it? Because they just don't like unions. That's kind of my attitude. And I'll be quite honest, I'm a businessman, and it's never about the unions. It's never about how much you pay them. It's a question of how much productivity you get out of them. I always found our employees to be the source of our opportunities if we want better productivity. And I've held some roundtables, and we've gone to that. So at the end of the day, it is just this, we have an attitude from our mayor and present city council that was there that I feel it should work this way, and damn the facts. And so this is why I bump heads a lot.
Yes.
I just won't vote for something that's not practical, that I can't see working on the street. And here are two very good cases.
Definitely. And there is another question from the audience. They're asking, West Edmonton Transit being reconstructed, and why? West Edmonton Transit, they're asking, like...
Oh, the garage?
Yeah.
Probably to accommodate the electric, if I remember correctly, to accommodate the electric buses, which are heavier than the diesel.
Okay.
So they have to reinforce the floor. But we can get back and check on that one.
Okay.
But there you go. There's another one that you got to go like, this is not making any sense, because what's our rate of return on this? And again, you have to separate out your feelings that, buying an electric bus is the answer. No, it might not. How about we get traffic working better?
Yes.
And so people are not as idling as much when they're on the road. I mean, you see the big picture?
Yes.
How it does not meet their kind of, again, fundamentalist kind of reasoning. This is a council that I believe hates cars. It's a war on cars. They want to put in toll roads. They want to ban cars. This is part of the city plan I voted against. Ban cars in parts of the city. Quadruple the parking costs. Remember when they wanted to put parking meters down at city parks? Well, luckily I and some others said that was not a very good idea. We stopped it. This is again, they want LRT. And I will tell you something, LRT is not, Metroline isn't fixed. Valley Line isn't finished, and they want to spend $2.7 billion on the West Line. And let's just get right to it. Amarjeet Sohi is proud of that record, and I'm going like, Amarjeet, it isn't working. Stop being a fundamentalist. Go look at the project. And so before you start saying we're going to do the West Line hell or high water, oh my goodness, I just don't understand that thinking.
Some people are concerned about this Valley Line, the new, what do you call that, transit line.
Yeah.
Will they see, do you see, do you have any insight this will work better than the NATE line, or it will be a similar situation we are facing again?
Well, we don't know yet. Because we're not even operating it yet,
Yes.
because that was supposed to be a year and so ago.
Yeah.
But so let's talk about some of the issues. Let's hope for the best. Let's say this line is actually going to function the way it's supposed to work.
Yeah.
Right? I think two things we have to get our heads wrapped around. Number one, we got to build some park and ride inventory around the line. Right? We do not want parasitic parking in our neighborhoods around our stations. I came up with a very simple plan to use private property and get the city to lease it so we can develop some park and ride capacity so we can feed the line, because trust me, LRT does not make you money.
Yes.
It doesn't. It's a negative. I think our payback on the West Line is like 200 years or something. Anyways, we won't get into that. Then the other thing that we really have to confront is LRT, whether you like it or not, brings crime. This is up and down the line. You talk to the police. This is the route some people use to go into the neighborhoods, to break into houses, jump back on the LRT and go.
Is that right?
So we started working on this question of community crime issues around the LRT about a couple of years ago. And this is why we deal with the panhandlers right away. This is why we deal with we push from our office to just take care of these quality of life crimes, because the community has to be aware around LRT stations there is more crime. There just is. So that's a hard thing to say.
Yes.
But it's a reality. So let's just get in front of it, not under it, and start getting the community aware. That's why we need community policing. That's why we need better policing on the LRT and on
Yes.
our buses. If it's not safe, people won't use it, and then our investment even gets worse.
And one issue is being highlighted in last few days, endorsement from sitting mayor. Do you think that is...
Don can do whatever he wants. He can do whatever he wants. Who cares? He's out. He's out. Hopefully, I'm in. Let's just keep moving. I've endorsed some candidates out there as well, but they approached me. Right? They said, "Mike, we agree with you? You know, like for example, Councillor John Zidek on the North End, fantastic councillor. And then there's other folks out there. Ali Haymore, he's a sheriff, again on the North End, and so on and so on. I don't know if endorsements really work, but they wanted it, so I gave it. Don does his, and you can compare. But the one thing we are not running, no one's running a slate except the New Democrats. The New Democratic Party is physically trying to run a slate here in the city, which I think is unfortunate. And they're the only ones playing that game. We're just out there campaigning because we want to win, because there's so much at stake.
Thank you very much for taking the time out this morning. So how people can get hold of your campaign office if they need any help, any ride, they want to donate, or they still want to become part of your campaign?
So it's MikeNickel.ca. Just go there. The numbers are there. The donation page is there. The policies are there. Everything is there. And if you need a ride, we can get you there. If you need some help, we can get you there. Because this is a change election. You gotta vote. The stakes have never been higher. If we get this one wrong, ladies and gentlemen, we could lose this city for 25 years.
So some people have confusion. There are so many tick mark they have to do on the ballot. Some people don't understand. Like it's a mayoral race with the city council, with the trustees, the referendum,
and the school board,
and then there is a senator we have to choose. On the same ballot. So do you see that problem coming?
Yeah, absolutely. We're hearing it too.
Yeah.
But, democracy is not perfect. It's clumsy. And, have we jammed a lot on this ballot? For sure. The province has jammed something on it.
Yes.
There's a referendum on that. There's a question, the school board trustees, city council. Okay, just take it one at a time. Be patient. This is what I say. Be patient. Take it slow, one step at a time. You can manage your way through. And then we have COVID restrictions at the polls too. And so just be patient, grind it out, get that vote in. You gotta vote. Even though it's going to be difficult. Let's not kid ourselves. This is going to be harder than it ever was before.
But I'm going to ask you one more question. City threw two referendum, province threw two referendum on the ballot, but after that they never talk about it.
Well, you don't blame me.
No, I'm just asking.
I don't know what they're doing.
I'm just asking. What is the reason behind it? What do you think?
I don't know what they were thinking. I think they put this idea forward years before COVID or something like that. I'll tell you what's been frustrating is that I supported leaving the numbers on the ward,
Yeah.
right? And before the name change, and now we just have these names, people getting very confused. Where
Yes.
do I vote? And there's another example of where was the common sense when John Zidek and I said, let's just leave the numbers for this election so people can figure it out, because we changed the boundaries, right? I'm sitting in Ellerslie now, and now that's in Ward 11. Now that's my ward. But people are going, they don't call it Ward 11. And they're going like, what? And so it's crazy. So we're putting the numbers back. Mayor, we're putting the numbers back in the ward, and we can keep the names. Put the numbers back. Oh, good grief.
Thank you very much for your time. Wish you all the best.
Thank you very much for
And,
having me. Always, anytime, always anything for you.
Definitely.